going to start with our hero pose and find our posture. The shoulders are above the hips, activated spine, the head's on our shoulder looking forward. Take 2 more of those breaths. And on our next inhale, let's bring our shoulders up towards our ears and down and back and just start rolling. Yeah. Nice. And it's up towards the shoulders, back and down. Up, back down. Yeah, just reversing, exactly. Up, back and down. Up, back and down. Let's do 2 more of those. And the next time we come up and back, just go down, but just rest. So our scapula in a new position that they were when we walked in the door. Perfect, just like that. And from here, let's come up and find our fire toe. Give that a few seconds. Are you pretty good with fire toe?
I don't know fire toe.
Man, I have good days and bad days. I have days where I can sit here and have a conversation, and I have days where I'm like, ugh.
This toe feels it on this side. It just must have got stubbed in class or something. Other than that, the other toes feel great.
So 3, 2, and 1, and then we're gonna come up on our knees. And from here, you can switch your toes however you want. You can go flat down or you can keep them active. So from here, you feel good with your hips? So there's no tension as you come forward?
No.
Perfect. Okay, so let's go down and up and push them forward. So we're gonna start doing a cow, okay? So as we come up, the elbows come down and we look up and we do a posterior pelvic tilt, and the hands on our hips is kind of helping make this bow. And let's hold that and hold that. And 2 more breaths. And just pulling the scapula elbows together. Last one. And then relax down. And again, you can be in your fire toe, your hero, whichever you want. And we're just gonna flow through that. So inhale up and down. Just nice, slow. You can flow with your breath. Try not to let the flow control the breath. Let the breath control the flow. Exhale down. And the last one. Just come up. And exhale and relax, standing on our knees. Perfect. Okay, so from here, I'm going to start with my left foot first. I'm going to bring my left foot. This is a 90-90, so my weight, my hip, is on my right knee. I have my 90 degrees, and then I have a 90 degree there. And I'm just going to flow through these side type squats. There you go. And rest in them a little bit. See if you can get into a deep something for a breath maybe, and push out. There you go, nice. We're gonna do 1 more. Hold it. Stay in this one for a little bit. 3, 2, 1, and push out. Nice. And then we're gonna switch. Same thing on this side. Perfect. So all the weights over to the left, 90 and then 90. Let's go ahead and start our flow. Yeah, I use the edge of the mat to kind of give me some symmetry. I think people don't utilize the mat enough and think about it maybe like you would a surfboard. Like you don't want to be on the left side or the right side necessarily. You want?
Use it to, yeah, get your body position.
Well, I used to draw a line down the middle of my mat sometimes. Just take a paint marker and draw all the way down. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to come back. And from here, actually, we'll turn to our right for our first lunge, okay? So we were 90-90 in a sideways position. So maybe even come back a little. Just exactly to utilize the length of the mat a little bit more wiser. And go ahead and bring your foot out. So you're setting yourself up for a lunge, and bring your hands to your hips. Now when we move into these, it's going to be another flow. What I want you to think of is the erect spine. Because as you come in, it's easy to do this. What you want to do is you want to be able to come in with the spine as straight as possible. Okay? So that's the thought behind it when you come into this.
Like, I want to keep nice and square to the front of me, right? My
Yes.
belly button facing forward.
If you can make your belly button face forward, absolutely. You feel like you're twisting.
Something's wanting me to go that way. I have to like make myself be like that.
Take this foot behind you and do this. This might throw you off a little bit, threw me off. Does that help anything? And you can step the foot out to the right.
Yeah, I'm just weak here, I think. I'm having to activate this to keep balance.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, hands to the hips, and we're going to step in. And I like to actually get into the first one, like our Cossack squats on the box, elevated. Just give it some time. And 3, and 2, and 1, and come out. Nice. And go through a flow. So as you're thinking about that posture being vertical, think about this hip coming forward also. Hold into that, the hip going forward, forward, forward. 3, and 2, and 1, and we come back up. Now, again, find that vertical posture as you come in. Like really pushing the hip forward, vertical posture. All right, let's come out. Realign. You want to get the perfect posture you can, and come in. I'm going to do one more like that. Let's come out. So get some good posture. Maybe tilt your hips a little bit to where you want them to shift. Keep it vertical. Vertical. Press the hip forward. It's the low back and the hip that you're thinking about more than the depth of the right leg. And 3, and 2, and 1, and let's go out. Nice. Let's do the other side, right? Wow. Yeah, when you do the shin up the wall for the psoas, the foot wants to come in this way often. And you'll see guys tie a band to their heel to open it up. So it's more effective. I mean, not that far, but right behind the knee, you know. Okay, so from here, step out. Center your hip. Yeah, these hips are a lot more center on this side.
Still feels, I think this part of my back is kind of tight and it's making me not want to be able to twist, but I can do it.
Okay, so let's go ahead and come in. So your first few, remember, it's about just warming up the leg, okay? So think about the front leg in this one. You don't have to worry as much about the posture in this one. 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and push out. And you can flow through some of these so you can hang out in them. They had Dock in the Bay going on with that. Did you hear it?
A little bit.
come out. Okay, now it's going to be more about the posture. Okay, we're going to try to stay up a little bit. And let's come in. And so think about the hip as it moves forward, this hip on this side now, driving this way. So the vertical posture driving the hip. You're not necessarily worried about the squat. There we go. 3, 2, 1, come out. Or hold it, dude. It's your yoga, man. Hold it if you want. You feel that top part of the glute working? Yeah, good. Getting strong. Trying to create that posture. You see what's happening? It's like a really extreme cat-cow, you know? That posterior pelvic tilt. Nice. Beautiful. So from here, let's just find, you can do a full-on squat, can't you? Yogi squat? How was my squat feel today? I've done it so many times today. Oh my God.
Body's like, not this again.
I swear, I did not anticipate this to be a problem with my job. Holy cow. Sometimes you just need to rest. Like, all right. I enter it this way. So just rest in it, yeah. There we go, I've got it. Okay. Take the elbows, like can you transition them between your elbows? Which is going to require you to push forward a little bit.
How do you want to do it?
Elbows in between the knees. Yeah, and then pry the hands and see how pressing the forearms together opens the knees. Beautiful. So let that set in. Just rest. Two more breaths. Last one. All right, let's bring our hands forward. How's your crow?
What's a crow?
Crow is this balance pose.
Oh.
Are you into crow a bit or not?
Yeah, I've done it.
All right. I'm just going to use it for my forearms and triceps and shoulders. Do something a little upstairs real quick while we're in this position. Now let your knees get wider and let your elbows push them out.
Ab spasm.
Do a cobra. Cobra or sphinx, yeah. Bring your elbows under your shoulders. All right. Has it got it? So.
So back to
Okay. So it's not a full balance. You're just gonna, what I like to do is turn my toes the other way. So you're floating on the top of the toe. So you're light, yes, there you go. So you're light, but you're not heavy on the toe. You see what I mean? So you've got a floating thing. Now you can use your elbows to widen the knee. Yes, exactly. Exactly. So keep the toes. You have a 4-point mount. Otherwise, you wouldn't balance. It doesn't work for a balance pose there.
Okay.
So, nice. 3, 2, and 1, and then we're going to come down. And from here, we're going to do frog pose. Are you familiar with frog?
Yeah, I just don't remember.
Yeah. I think that
Yes.
I think frog is the word that comes from the calisthenics world.
Probably.
I don't think it comes from the yoga world, and I can't remember what they call it in the yoga world. So from here, just move in and out. Just feel where are you tight. And we're going to do it from a plank position, okay? So bring your hips towards your heels, or forward, whichever you want. I'm starting pushing my hips backwards towards my heels.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing what I got going on there.
Yep. A lot of tension and soreness.
And that glute hip area.
Yeah, where they connect.
Yeah.
Socket area.
Yeah, sometimes right in here, it's so bad. Yeah. And then we'll go forward.
Right in this guy's spot, I parked up on the grass. That was so good.
Man, sometimes I get in it, and I get into a really wide,
Should I go as wide as I can?
it depends on you. If you go as wide as you can, you're going to limit your ability to move in and out too much.
So something
So,
in range. Okay.
because if it's too tight, you can barely go back or barely go forward. You see what I mean?
Right, if I just lock it out, I can't do much. Right, okay, so there we are, right where I was.
So from here, we had the feet underneath our
Oh, yeah.
feet like this? Right, perfect. All right, so we're in a 90-90 type thing, okay? So look back towards your left foot and then raise it. You in certain positions, you want to watch your foot. Like the proprioceptive part of it will get better, okay? So keep raising. You're going to pulsate it up. You can hold it. Let's hold it until it burns.
It's starting to burn right in my,
Okay?
there, it's kind of spasming, like right in that crease.
Okay, so let's come down, and now let's pulsate through it. So come up. But what I want you to start thinking of this time as you're pulsating up, now watch what I'm going to do, okay? I don't want you to think about raising the foot. I want you to think about turning the femur. You know how we talked about this? So as you're raising the foot,
Oh, I see.
think, oh, I'm turning the
Yeah,
femur.
yeah.
That's why you're looking at it. Because if you're looking at it, you can see if you're doing it or not. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
There you go. So keep moving through. So you're trying to twist the femur,
Yeah, feel it.
not pick the foot up. There you go. So you see how it's something different now?
Yes.
Beautiful.
I must have not hydrated enough today.
So come out, hold it. Hold it. Get into that thing, man.
So go, hold it.
Show it.
Okay.
Show it who's boss. Yeah. You're twisting it. You're trying to twist the femur in there. So that piriformis that was just griping and give you
Oh, yeah. Great.
back talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm feeling this in my latimus dorsi. Is that normal?
Relax. Where?
A lot.
Oh, absolutely. You can feel it in the.
It's like getting very tense when I do that.
Remember, it's a posterior kinetic chain you're working with now. You see what I mean? So we find our frog feet again, flat foot. Now look towards the other foot. Same thing. Start raising and look at it. And you're just kind of warming things up now, okay? Hold it.
Yes, I see.
Hold it. Hold it. 3 and 2 and 1. And now start thinking about it as you're twisting the femur. Forget about the foot now. We're going to the twisting the femur part. So it rolls onto your knee a little bit. You feel?
Yes.
Yeah. So you should feel it in your knee if you're doing it right. You're twisting the femur as if more of your knee is coming to the ground.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, this is so weird.
Yeah, but it's all the stuff everybody needs, man.
No.
It's a secret. And your next one up, just hold it, just pinch it. And you can even squeeze your shoulder towards your hip as you're doing this, like a side crunch. Holding, 3 and 2 and 1, and relax down.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
This is the strengthening aspect.
Yeah. Well, again, you want to be able to have strength within the range of motion that you're finding. So that muscle has to work. Off the same theme we were just talking about, being able to move. I hate this flow. I suck at it for some reason. So it's the 90-90 flow. And so we'll just start with wide legs. The reason why I hate it is because ideally you should be able to do it with your hands not supporting you, and I have to have my hands. So, all right, let's go. So flow over to your 90-90 and flow back. Yeah.
All right, now I'm a little, from that last one, a little tight here. Should I just try to push through it or just give myself a little?
Go.
Is this a stretch or a...
For me, yes, on this side, you're getting a stretch. When this wants to pull in, and it wants to activate this muscle when we're in this position. Do you feel what I'm describing?
Right here, it feels like it's activating, right where my hip bone.
Yeah, it's activating. It's supporting this. This twist is stimulating it. This twist of the femur right here.
Twist of the femur, like, okay.
Right, so let's keep flowing. It's fine. That's why you're doing this. You're just, yeah. And remember you were talking about, your hips forward. Think about your shoulders being forward at the 90 degrees when you come around. There you go. So you're nice vertical, shoulders forward, and they'll come around. Nice vertical, straight spine as possible.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. 3 and 2 and 1, and let's flow through. There you go. 3 and 2 and 1. Nice straight spine, the hand just supporting it. And so every time you come, maybe take this knee and move it farther away from your hip. Like mine was here. Pick up the knee and move it out. Do you see how your hip went further down to the floor? And this is getting a shorter distance, and the spine is more vertical?
Yeah.
Perfect. 3 and 2 and 1. And let's come to the other side. And we're going to do the same thing wherever we land. Now we're going to lift the knee and move it out further. So we get a more vertical. There you go. Exactly. Closing the space of the hip to the floor. And then one day you'll be able to sit fully with this leg to the side and that leg in front.
Oh, I can't wait.
Right?
Exactly. I don't want to rush anything. I love the whole...
3 and 2 and 1. And we'll come to this side. And wherever you are, lift the knee, move it out so you have more space, create more of a vertical spine. There you go. Right? It's so amazing.
Oh yeah, I never did this one before, quite like that.
I thought it up. I'm always like this. My knee keeps, so I started lifting it and making it go.
And it's amazing how you can just come up with moves on your, there's always something to evolve to.
That's like jujitsu. It doesn't stop.
No, it doesn't. I mean, I come up with little tweaks to moves. I'm like, I can't have come up with that, and I probably didn't, but to me, I came up with it.
But there's a couple hundred other guys that it's their favorite thing to do also. It's just, but it's just.
Taught you it, you just intuitively get it through the cloud, that you
I like it. I like it.
I'll take whatever I can get.
I got the idea from. I have these sessions at home. Let's go to the other side to do this one. So this is the last one, okay? So lift the knee, put up. It's an excellent thing. So now, actually lift the knee one more time and go a little bit further. Just like really exaggerate this one.
Yeah.
There you go.
Stretching it right out.
Yeah, the little cramping that it feels. Sometimes it'll get to a point where you've got to get up and stretch it out. But other times your activation will work through the cramp. Yeah, exactly.
Mostly on the one side.
Yeah. All right, 3 and 2, and 1, and let's come back around. So next, we're gonna do, I do bound angle on a block. You might want to be able to, you might want to do it on the floor. Bound angle in the calisthenics world, they call it butterfly. So the first pose you're going to get into, bring the bottom of the feet as close to your hips as you can. Beautiful. Excellent. So now, if I am pulling my knees this way using my piriformis, and I take my forearms, you can take your hands too, but I'll take my forearms, and I'm going to push into them. So my forearms are pushing into the knees, and the knees are pulling, not down, they're pulling this way, okay? Like there's a string pulling them, and you're going to feel this piriformis fire, okay? So go ahead and push into the legs and pull your knees as if you're trying to pull them kind of behind your back or down at that angle. Just pull. And take the opportunity to kind of fix your posture. Exactly. You can slide your hands up your knees to create more of a vertical spine. Something like that even. Pulling back. Pulling back. Pulling back, straightening the spine. Pulling the scapula together. The gaze at the horizon. Not too high, not too low. Beautiful. Stay pulling, 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 and 3, and 2, and 1, and relax. So now you have a little bit more vertical spine in your bound angle. And this time you're going to reverse it. So the elbows or forearm, whatever you have, is going to come to the knees again, and the knees are going to want to close, and the arms are going to push out, okay? And we'll just find balance there. And do the same thing. Try, as the forearms are going into the knees and the knees are going into the forearms, try to find more posture in your spine. There you go. Looking at the horizon, you can have your eyes closed, you can be feeling this, you can breathe. Don't forget to to breathe. You can feel your entire spine activated. The scapula, everything is working. And the inside of the hips are pushing into the elbows pushing out, and the triceps are burning from pushing the elbows out. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Nice. And let's lay down on our back. Do a real quick sequence there. So bring the knees to the chest and allow one knee to go out, one knee to go in, and just kind of alternate. And your hips will teeter-totter a little bit and kind of give you a massage to the low back. So yeah. And you can exaggerate the teeter-totter a little bit. Nice. And 3, and 2, and 1. Let the left knee, or excuse me, the left ankle rest to the ground. The right ankle cross over the knee. The right hand goes through the figure 4, reaching out for the shin. Bringing your face towards your ankle, the ankle towards the face. Three, 2, and 1. Roll to your left side so the right foot goes flat. Now bring the shoulders flat as the right arm goes out. Look towards the right arm. If it doesn't touch the mat, you can bring it into your waist until it's not floating anymore. And so you're looking to the right. Grab your left hand is going to grab your right knee and just encourage it to come into this twist. There we go. You can adjust. Yeah, your left knee is really high, and it's not. There you go.
It would make it worse on this side.
Where you're not getting the twist. The idea is you want the bottom of the spine to twist perpendicular of the shoulders. Yeah, bring that heel out a little bit more. Or rest the heel on the knee. There you go, now do it. You feel what I'm talking about now? The difference.
Yeah, I sometimes do it like that, so yeah, this is fine too.
It's up to you. You do your way. If you have a way that suits you, then absolutely you should be doing it.
Getting little spasms in my side abs. Must be dehydrated.
I think you're waking, it's a combination, and then waking some things up also. 3 and 2 and 1. I've got water when we finish. So the next one, the left ankle to the knee, left hand through the figure 4, grabbing the shin, the face towards the ankle towards the face. You probably feel the blood returning to your right leg. Yeah. 3 and 2 and 1. Roll to the right side so the foot rests down to the mat. There you go. Yeah, take the right heel. See where mine is down, so the knee it's in front of the hip. It has some place to go in that twist. There you go. The humerus here, the femur here is just straight out from the hip. That way when I'm coming down, I'm torquing there you go. So forget about the knee for now. Shoulders go back to the mat. The foot stays on the floor. The left arm goes out to the left if it's floating. It's not touching the floor. You can always bring the wrist in towards the hips. The right hand is going to grab the knee and coax you into the twist. There you go. Just let it happen, man. Nice. Nice. 3 and 2 and 1, and then come back. Flat back, neutral spine, and do whatever you want to do to kind of, if you want to do some windshield wipers, whatever it is. Kind of work some things out. And you can adjust your blocks under your knees. And just give yourself 10 breaths. Like a 10 breath Shavasana.